Good afternoon, my YouTube friends. This is Dark Lily with Zen Kitty Studio. I'm bringing you up to speed on Oiltober week 3. And these are the results of 1 week of painting every day. Oiltober, if you're not familiar with it, was started by someone called Lena Danya, and it's based on Inktober. And what you do is you try to complete a oil painting, a very small oil painting every day. And it is quite a challenge, let me tell you. So this is week 3, and this is day 15 of October. It was a Sunday afternoon, and I was thinking about the weather in Wisconsin and how it's cold, and it can sometimes snow in October, late October, early November. I was thinking about those cold days and having a cup of hot cocoa. So that's what I painted, and this is just freehand. See the little marshmallows melting in the hot cocoa? Doesn't that sound yummy? And then there's the snow out my window. And a hot pink cup. Hot pink Barbie colored cup. I don't know, that pink, that hot fuchsia electric pink kind of makes me think of Barbie. If anybody saw the Barbie movie this summer, that was such a big deal. But yeah, I remember as a kid, you know, that pink was Barbie pink. It will always be Barbie pink to me. And wherever you are, I hope you had a good Sunday. And if you are in a cold place, maybe you have hot cocoa or tea. And if you're in a warm place like I am, I would probably be sipping a Starbucks Frappuccino over ice or a cold mocha latte. And looking out at the sunshine in our house, from our house. And there's a picture of the sunshine. See, we have screen here to block it a little bit, but yeah, you can see the sun shining. So no hot cocoa today, maybe in a month. Here's the pictures that I have hanging outside in my patio. And there we are. That was Sunday, October 15th. Here, got the 16th, and I was kind of feeling the Halloween spirit. This is sort of a tribute to my grandsons, kind of a little mad pumpkin. And this was one of the days that we had to take Gizmo to the vet and drive 45 minutes to get there and wait an hour to get in for the appointment or drop him off, you know, for them to take him, and then drive home. And I was feeling kind of like I needed to do something quick and easy. So this is freehand, and I love the background. It's a mixture of a purple and a quinacridone rose. It's kind of transparent, and I didn't like the transparency, so I added these little white splotches just to kind of give it like energy, like the pumpkin, and supernatural, mystical, you know. He might get up and chase you around the room. Might bite you, those fangs. So this is for Charles and Nicholas, my grandsons, thinking about them and Halloween. And then I have a companion one for day 17 when we had to go pick up Gizmo. Poor little Gizmo had to have 8 teeth pulled. So he's all bark and no bite. Anyway, another day where you had to drive 45 minutes and then sit and wait in the office for the vet to come around and bring you your dog and then go home. But here we are. I'm thinking of Charles and Nicholas, my 2 grandsons. And this is a little ghost. I did the same color scheme with the purple background, but I didn't add as much of the energy there. And he's ready to go trick-or-treating. He's got his little bag. You see, he's got a little plastic pumpkin bag, and he wants to go trick-or-treating, and he's got his mouth open. He's saying, wait for me, I want candy too. And there's a couple of tombstones behind him. You know, it's in a cemetery, so. Yeah, these two go together, and they are a tribute to my 2 grandsons, Charles and Nicholas. And they're not so young anymore. They're 10 and 12. And so I don't know if they're going trick-or-treating this year. I don't think they are. I think they were just going to a Halloween party instead. Charles dressed up as the Grim Reaper, and Nicholas, I think, my daughter said dressed up as Jason, which, yeah, for a 10-year-old, that's kind of scary. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So that's for you boys. Happy Halloween. And then we have day 18. I did another freehand. This is a still life. I just did it out of my imagination. I love, love, love painting pumpkins. You probably noticed that by now. I don't know. I paint a lot of pumpkins, whether it's watercolor or oil or whatever, and even in pastel. And I don't know if it's just that color orange or the pumpkins themselves or the fall. It makes me think of fall foliage and, you know, happy fall days. I think it's all of the above. And then I painted a blue cobalt bottle. There's shadow on the wall of them. But I love the contrast between the blue and the orange. They're kind of complementary colors. They're opposites on the color wheel, so they kind of, yeah, they contrast well. And then there's a squash. And a couple apples and some plums. Nice juicy plums. I don't know what kind of apples you like. If you like the Granny Smith green or if you like a different kind of apple, you can say in the comments if you want. Dan and I love Honeycrisp apples. We usually buy those if we can get them. They're a little more expensive, but we like that because it's sweet, but then it's got this tang to it. And this was just freehand, just a study. And I have to say, the whole point of Oiltober is not, you're not creating a masterpiece every day. That's not the point of it. You're just practicing your art. You're practicing, you're getting used to how the medium works, you know, how the paint works and how to achieve certain effects. You're doing quick studies, a couple hours, not creating a masterpiece. It's, you know, like a musician, you know, you don't go to Carnegie Hall the week after you pick up an instrument. You know, you practice, practice, practice for years. And it's the same with art. You don't never feel like you have to create a masterpiece every time. You know, sometimes you're just practicing your craft and getting better at it and doing these little studies. That's why I did little ones. And that's why Lena Danya had said to do little ones, because then, you know, you're not investing months in a painting. You're just doing a quick study and learning from it. And hopefully other people like it. So that was day 18. Yeah, I had to mark them so that I don't get all mixed up. Here's day 19. Another cactus sunset. This was another one I got off the internet. Somebody posted it on Facebook in our local chat, and I think I copied it, you know, downloaded it. But yes, Arizona has beautiful sunsets, especially in the wintertime. We get these just deep, vibrant magenta hues and fuchsia of pink clouds. I mean, this isn't overdone. This isn't an extreme. This is what we see. And you may only see it for 20 minutes, half an hour, you know, because the sun is shifting and it gets darker and darker and the colors get darker and darker. But, oh, if you can catch it with your camera or just sit and watch it, the sunset, it's beautiful. And then there's the mountains silhouetted in the back and the cactuses. That's the landscape you see out here, is cactuses and mountains for the most part. Unless you live along the Colorado River, then you have the river, and that's a whole nother region, a little bit north and west of us. But I think this one turned out pretty well. I like it, and I like the first one I did. My friends want that one. I'm going to give it to them. They're small. They're like 5x7 or 6x8, so, you know, finding a frame for them wouldn't be hard. But if anybody is interested in this one, let me know, and I'll give it to you. So there we go. That's anybody among my friends that I know. Now, day 20, another cactus. If you remember last week, I did the one with the pink cactus flowers. This one, these flowers are beautiful. And they bloom about in April, May. And a lot of times the cactus itself can be 12 feet high, and then you got those up on the top. This one wasn't like that. This was a smaller one, but yeah, look at the cactus has the prickles. And then we have these really pretty flowers. These are blooms that didn't open yet over here and here. And behind is another cactus, and this isn't fur, these are prickles, but they kind of look like fur. The sun's shining on them, you know, the sun shining from this way is giving them the highlight. But yeah, they're pretty stiff and sharp, not fur, but prickles. And they're kind of like fur in that they're really close together like that. And then you have this cactus where they're like that. They're separate. They have their separate little nodules with spines coming out. I like this one. It turned out great. It's from a picture that I took on my phone. Something that I took walking around last spring. And these flowers are beautiful. Here I've got a little bit of yellow on them because the sun's shining on them. Oh, and I wanted to say they have this little circle that you see. That's the center, and then out of that comes this projection. It's a pistil, and it's got a little yellow fuzzy thing on top. That's for the bees to be able to pollinate. Unfortunately, we lost a cactus at our park this year. Cactuses, the saguaro cactuses, a lot of them were falling over because of the drought. And the heat was so extreme. And so we lost one that was about 12 feet tall, and it fell down in the park picnic area into the road. It's gone now. They had to clean it up. But yeah, it was quite a loss. So there is day 20. 21. This is another Sunday painting. And this one's based on a photograph of mine that I took when we lived in the house. I had planted sunflowers along our garage. And I did a painting of that. I love painting sunflowers too. They can be challenging, but it turned out fairly well. I'm sure I could improve on it. That's the whole point of Oiltober, right? But yeah, the sunflower growing along my garage. And did some variations with the leaves because when the sun shines on them, then you get that yellowy orange, you know, kind of an olive green. But when they're in the shade, you end up with more of a gray-green. So that was interesting. So this is the week 3 of Oiltober, 7 paintings, 7 days. I did it. I had to work at it, but I did it. I got her done. So I hope you're enjoying this series. I'll have another one in a few days. I will have the 4th week, and I may even do a 5th one because, you know, with the 4th week, it's actually like 9 days because you've got the 22nd until the 31st. So we have a few extra ones that week, so I might split that one up into 2. But I hope you're having a beautiful Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, wherever you are, and that you're enjoying the beauty of nature and the beauty of your surroundings. This is Lily, Dark Lily with Zen Kitty Studio, saying peace out. Have a great day.